Yes, Islanders, you read the title of this video and the thumbnail right. Royal Caribbean is now allowing vaccinated and unvaccinated passengers to not just use the at-home test, as so many of us have done across multiple cruise lines, but Royal Caribbean is going a step further in saying if you want that test to be proctored, great. If you don't want it to be proctored, that is okay too. Royal Caribbean makes a huge protocol change that's going to change cruising and change the industry. We have news on that. Plus, so many of you have asked about the latest news from Grand Cayman and Bermuda. Protocols have changed there as well. We have that news for you right now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you Islanders. I hope you had a great weekend and your week is off to a great start. I know it is because you've stopped right here today on Island Time. I thank you for that. I am Derek, and it is time right now on this Monday to drop our anchors. Let's take some time and relax in the islands together as we talk about cruising and cruise news. There's a lot to talk about here in just a second, but I have to thank everyone first for last night. We had our live show, which we have every Sunday night. We had an absolute blast. We had 150 plus people at one point. We interacted, we played games, we shared tips and tricks, we enjoyed it. I'm going to give away some free merch, as I mentioned last night. I'll do that later today in a YouTube short video. Be looking out for that. And I invite you, if you like Island Time swag, if you like the hat, if you want gear that you can wear at home and at sea, the link to our spread shop is below. Click that link, shop around, buy your merch. It comes in the mail. You have 30 days to decide. I like this. It looks good on me. I'm going to keep it. Or you can send it back, get your money back, exchange, whatever you want to do. But it's a great way to represent this community and what we stand for. Let's talk about cruise news because Royal Caribbean has news today that's going to shake the industry. I had to read this a couple of times. You probably did too. You read the title and the YouTube thumbnail of this video and you thought, is that real? It's not clickbait. It's real. Royal Caribbean shares this. Beginning September the 5th, all passengers, all cruisers, no matter your vaccination status, can cruise from these ports of call. Here's a big change. If you're cruising from Florida on Royal Caribbean, you can be vaccinated or you don't have to be vaccinated. We're going to talk about what unvax means here in just a second and what you're going to have to do. You can cruise on the oasis of the seas from Cape of Liberty, vaccinated or unvaxxed. You can also cruise, of course, from Los Angeles, California, Galveston, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, and from European home ports. Again, vaccinated or unvaccinated. That's a change. The two big call-outs is this. They're allowing now those who cruise from Florida to be vaccinated or unvaccinated. And of course, the oasis of the seas added there from Cape Liberty. Another addition, it's a big win. There are also testing changes. This is rocking the industry. I've received questions all day about this. Derek, is this for real? Yes, this is real for Royal Caribbean only right now. You're going to be able to take your test at home as we've become accustomed to, but you're not going to have that thing proctored. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Vaccinated guests will not have to take a pre-cruise test on cruises that are shorter than 10 days. That is a change in itself. Remember, Carnival came out and said, as long as you cruise less than 16 days, you don't need a test. NCL came out with a similar policy, a longer cruise. Royal Caribbean had the short cruises still. They had 5 days or less. You did not need a test. Now it's changed. Vaccinated guests will not need a test if your cruise is less than 10 nights. Unvaccinated guests, ages 5 and up, will need to test within 3 days of boarding. That's convenient, not just the 2, but you get that additional day if you're unvaccinated, regardless of the cruise length. Royal Caribbean made the announcement they will begin accepting results from self-administered home test, non-proctored home test. This is directly from their website. Let's read it word for word. Requiring testing for all ages, regardless of vaccination status, can be completed using any type of PCR or antigen COVID-19 test. It can be professionally proctored at your doctor or drugstore, or, and it's a big or it can be a test you administer to yourself at home without supervision. That is from Royal Caribbean's website. That is what they're changing to September the 5th. You don't have to have someone watch you stick that thing up your nose anymore, and you wait and you show your test. Oh, it's negative. Here it is. Nope. You can take the test on your own. Just think about it. Cruisers now can book a cruise, vaccinated, unvaccinated, from these ports. It doesn't matter. When it's time to take your test, if indeed you have to take a test, you could sit in your recliner, drinking a cold drink, whatever that is, watching Judge Judy or your favorite show, and you can go ahead and make the swab, set it on the table beside you. You can be outside grilling. You can be on the lawnmower, cutting the grass. You can be in the car. You could be sitting on the pot. You can take that test because no one is watching you, proctoring you, taking the test for yourself. You're taking it yourself. There it is. What do you think about that? Without supervision, that's how far we've come. Unvaccinated guests being able to test without supervision. My question to you is this a good idea? Is this welcomed by Royal Caribbean cruisers? There's a lot of you on here loyal to Royal. I know how it goes. And if you don't sell Royal, what do you think about this? Do you want to see cruise lines, or would you care to see cruise lines adopt this policy? There may be some cruisers who say, not so fast, I'm vaccinated, or I don't trust you. How do I know that you didn't test yourself and you were positive and you went and tested someone else and they're negative and you're taking their test? What do you think about this decision by Royal Caribbean? Let us know in the comment section below. I especially cannot wait to see your comments below. And while you're down there, help us reach our goal of 12,000 total subscribers by the end of the month. We have a little over a week left. We hope to make it there. If you're not an official Islander yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. You will be thankful that you did. I promise you that. Let's talk about Grand Cayman and Bermuda. We've had a lot of questions the last several days on changes of protocols. We're going to go through them very, very quick. We know that you Islanders love the Cayman Islands. You love Grand Cayman. They've made a change. Here's what they've said. Effective August the 24th of 2022, just a couple of days, all travelers, vaccinated and unvaccinated, are permitted to enter the Cayman Islands without the need of any additional documents or health-related steps due to COVID-19 and the pandemic. That's what the announcement said. There's no request to visit. You don't have to request to visit there. You don't have to show a negative test result. You don't have to show that you're vaccinated. You don't have to wear a mask. The Cayman Islands, who were so closed for so long, they were one of the last countries to let cruise ships come back. And when they did, they had a lot of protocols. Not anymore. They're gone. Bermuda, they've changed theirs as well. Bermuda, passengers who visit Bermuda on Royal Caribbean's Enchantment of the Seas, the Carnival Magic, the Carnival Legend, of course, visits Bermuda. As of today, August the 22nd, unvaccinated travelers will be able to visit Bermuda. That's unvaxxed passengers. Testing, though, is still going to remain in place. Unvaccinated passengers must take a test no more than 2 days before visiting the port. Unvaccinated visitors must also have valid travel health insurance to enter Bermuda. The government there in Bermuda had this to say: the pandemic is not over, but today Bermuda has the necessary tools and processes in place to protect ourselves and our communities. Our updated travel protocols will streamline the process for visiting our island, further boosting Bermuda's tourism comeback in 2022. And we are happy for Bermuda. We're happy for Grand Cayman. And it's a big cruise news day. I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you did, please look just below this box. There's a thumbs up button, and that does so much. If you hit that button, it does so much for us to put this video in front of other videos and other viewers that are looking for cruise news in a community just like you. Big news today from Royal Caribbean. We're going to see this Carnival, Norwegian, Disney, who follows this decision where self-testing is now accepted. Proctoring, optional. Islanders, we're going to see you in the comment section below. We'll see you on Facebook, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.